Get Genesis 3:1. Read that for me. Start there.
Genesis 3:1. Now the serpent was more subtle and crafty than any living creature of the field, which the Lord God had made. And he, Satan, said to the woman, can it really be that God has said,
Wait. How we see serpent and then Satan? But in Revelations, I read, he's the serpent. He is. He's not. He is a serpent. He's not possessing one. He is one. Okay. All right. I need you to say, who's talking to me? Okay, read that one more time, Pastor. What are you reading out of, King James or Amplified?
AMPC. Amplified Classic.
Amplified, yeah, keep on.
And he, Satan, said to the woman, can it really be that God has said, you shall not eat from every tree of the garden?
Can it really be that God has said? How? Okay, keep on going.
And the woman said to the serpent, we may eat the fruit from the trees of the garden, except the fruit from the tree which is in the middle of the garden. God has said, you shall not eat of it, neither shall you touch it, lest you die.
Lest you die.
But the serpent said to the woman, you shall not surely die.
What?
But the serpent said to the woman, you shall not surely die.
You won't die.
For God knows that in the day you eat of it, your eyes will be opened.
So God, basically, God forgive me for saying this, but the devil is basically telling Eve God lied by leaving out information. How many of y'all think you've been lied to by God? Because your prophecy is not lining up with the information in front of you. Oh, we can make cook now. How many of you sitting here under the guise of a broken Christian because you got a word and it either never came to pass or the situation is so bleak it don't look like it's going to come to pass, and you're sitting here out of habit, not love? A lot of people came to church today because it's habitual, not spiritual. You don't really believe God because too many voices. See, God only spoke one time about this tree. The devil's reiterating to a person who never heard God. See, y'all got to understand. Hear me. This help your ministry. Hear me. I'm Adam. You're Eve. God never spoke to Eve because Eve never came from God. Eve came from Adam, even though God is the creator. I need y'all to hear me. This church was born out of me. Someone has to birth a church. That's why a lot of people didn't want me to say my church. I'm saying it. My church. My pain, my blood, my church. Paul even actually said, this is my gospel. I'm not Jesus, but this is my experience in Jesus. My experience in Jesus brought you here. But me as Adam got to tell you, don't touch this tree. I, as Adam, never reiterated it. I'm supposed to practice telling you, don't touch. Y'all not hearing me. So when I take my time and sit down and give you the word, it ain't time for you to relax. It's time for you to listen, because I'm telling you, there's things in your life you got to stop touching. One of them is your attitude. You're about to lose everything because your mouth. Oh, I don't say nothing. Your heart is your mouth. Out of the abundance of the, I'm going to say it again because some of y'all ain't saying, out of the abundance of your heart. So don't tell me you ain't saying nothing. Your heart is showing me everything I need to know. You ain't here. You somewhere else. Some of the things you got to understand. God is not going to take a person, do nothing with a person, and then send them somewhere and do everything with them. Fruit is fruit. And if God gave you potency, it works anywhere. And you're supposed to see signs of it. You're supposed to see signs of it before he sends you. You know why God showed up to encourage Gideon about himself? Anybody can tell me why? God showed up himself to come encourage Gideon. Why? Because he was already working. God didn't come to see him while he was like this.
Oh, God, I don't know my ministry. Oh, God, I'm so tired of these people around me. I just need a change. Oh, God, just give me change. Oh, God. Oh, God, these Midianites, oh, God. They just are everywhere. We hungry. Look at my family, Lord. We just... me. Come to my rescue, oh, God. Show up for me, oh, God.
That's what most of you are doing in ministry right now. You're not praying, you're complaining. And you think a change is going to make you, it's going to jumpstart you. It's not going to jumpstart a dead battery is a dead battery. All you did was carry a dead battery to another state, another church, another place. You're a dead battery. I don't see nobody getting happy over true. I really don't. Listen, can I tell you, because y'all people think I be aiming stuff. Let me tell you something. I was going to leave. How about that? I was going to leave. I thought that greater, with my ministry, could be somewhere else. Where people are more subject to the word. They come running for the fire. They come running for good music. Bring that somewhere else and watch the people run. Instead of fighting up here, fighting with people that you love, fighting, just fighting. No salary. Can I be honest? No health insurance. People thinking you stealing. Stealing what? Stealing what? Getting me for going to Target to bless other people. Target. No, literally, Target. Target. All the stuff you understand that me and my wife have been through, and I mean, I'm talking about accusation upon accusation, bringing it, putting paperwork in front, making me sit here and subject myself to stuff, and it's not even the bank account. My aunt was right there. I brought her. Why? Because I wanted to be backed up. Look at the money over here. And I showed my aunt. Look, we're coming out of this bank. Why? All the stuff that they did. I said in my heart, I said, you know what? Goodbye. I'm not going through this no more because I'm going to murder somebody. Keep on playing with me. Keep on playing. I'll wait for you in the morning. I'll wait till you come out for work and come right from behind your car. I know how to do it now. I got friends to do it now. I don't know what they do. You get up in that car, I'll be right up in there. Shake, shake, shake. Hope you saved. You're going to see somebody today. I hope it's Jesus. Because I'm gonna ask God to forgive me after this. I'm going home, eat some grits. Y'all with me? God never talks to you when you're out of your mind. He lets you come back to it. And he don't make you feel bad. He just puts your assignment back in front of you, and then you start crying. Because in that assignment is a picture of you. Oh. In your assignment is a picture of the you you're supposed to become. And you see how far you are from that picture. That's how God works. Holds up a mirror. This is your future. Man. Number one, let's hurry up. Number one, the approach is subtle and unexpected. Now, the serpent was more crafty than any other animal in the field that God had made. Lucifer knew that, so he needed a subtle person. He knows that to get into your life, you've had such calamity in relationship, you need subtleness. Wow. So, hey, how you doing? I see you. Subtly, they get into your life. Wow. Subtly. See, I don't care who you are in this church. I'm breaking all weird friendships. I'm breaking all ulterior motives. Why people want to hang with you now when they didn't hang with you before. I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying God ain't creating new friendships. I'm not saying that. But you got to be well aware. And some of you have not been able to destroy friendships that destroy church. Y'all sitting with people that talk about, if you're sitting with somebody that talks about a ministry, you're just as guilty. You should get up and walk away. Why are they saying that, but they never said it in public or to the person? Don't come to me talking about, oh, I didn't know. You knew. As soon as they start talking, you should have got up and said, nope, this ain't for me. This is not of God. God bless you. It's not. We're not doing that. Simple. No, you want tea, so you sit there. You fill with different voices. Now you come here trying to act like, no, you fill with different voices. So stay with that voice. Or ask God to forgive you and move on. I'm not going to sit and somebody destroy Pastor Andrew and I'm going to come in his face and smile. Are you kidding me? You kidding me? I'm going to sit there and be like, yeah. Oh, you got a point. You got no point. No. Even if your point was right, you got no point. Because when you first started, you of the devil. Yeah. All y'all slide tongue slick people. Devil's a liar. Yeah. Have a conversation about a person and you supposed to be something in God. Right. How? Jesus wouldn't even let the disciples know about Judas. Man, y'all are... See, you right there. Dipping in the cup at the same time. I still don't know. Y'all do. Okay. All right. This brings me to another point. I'm sorry, y'all. This is the crazy thing to me. That Judas was not possessed the whole time. At some point, he had a godly heart. But do y'all know where he got offended? Do you know where the devil found him? The alabaster box. You know why he got mad? Okay. Judas got offended because Jesus touched his idol. Y'all forget, Judas said, Jesus, do you know how much this is worth? And Jesus essentially said, I know the worth, but it ain't worth my death. This woman is going to anoint me for what I got to do. Judas got offended. And from the offense, he was open to possession by Satan himself. Don't tell me. Some of y'all don't, man. You need mental deliverance. This is the word. The Bible says it. During supper, John 13, 2 to 27. You don't have to. Then after that, he took a morsel. What you going to do? Go do quickly. Now, Satan whispered to him in his ear before he could possess him. That means the voice of offense. He used offense. He rode on the offense. Satan looks, remember, when Jesus said this, Satan come for me, but he found nothing. That means he found nothing. I wasn't offended. He couldn't ride in any human sin to get into my heart for him to feel like he has a foothold. Oh, I need you to see what is your idol that the Lord is touching and you're getting offended? Because the Lord ain't touching that, I am. I'm telling you right now, some of you got privacy issues, lust issues. It's not lust over flesh, it's lust over things. You got issues, and the devil looks at it and he waits till it gets big enough where it creates a big enough space for him to send a spirit to get in. Now, what he does is he works on both sides. He gets in, and then he has you violated enough for that spirit to start talking. It's just another demon drawing another demon out. But it draws its attention in public. So now you get offended publicly, you respond publicly, now we know who you are. So we classify you, problem. We'll never use you in ministry. You've been set up by the devil to shake your head, to be moody, to not show up. You've been set up by what offended you. So now we try to depend on you. There's nothing to depend on. Now we draw conclusions. Y'all not hearing me. We back sitting drawing conclusions saying, oh well, because we as people don't want to give you second, third, 15 chances for you to get it right. Why? Because we've been offended too many times before. Satan's working both ways, to wear the saints out and to use you so we don't trust you. Man. Well, somebody say, help us, Jesus. What does Satan do? Man, I feel a move in the hearts. What does Satan do? When you're offended, we seek revenge. Listen, this is where we seek revenge. Hear me, everybody. We withdraw. You say stuff like this, I'm just going to come to church and praise God and leave. How many of y'all said that? Right, I'm just going to come to church, praise God and leave. That's a demonic attack. Because when you isolate, right, when you isolate, you welcome more spirits to talk. Especially when you're driving in a car and that devil will play back in your mind everything that offended you. And you'll have a whole negative movie. You'll have a whole negative movie without you rebuking the devil. See, this is what I got. This is what I got to do all the time. When I see negative stuff, because my mind works like that. My mind works like a movie. My mind works like a musician. I see things. I memorize things. I know things. I see progressions, not just chord progressions. I see progressions in people. I see where they were and where they were and then where they are now. I see the whole thing just like that. And when I look at it and I see people withdrawing, I go, well, I'm going to withdraw. They better not come to me and ask me for nothing. I'm going to tell them about themselves. That's just what goes on in the car while I'm driving. That's why I need to be alone, because I need to purify my mind. I don't need to hear voices. My wife was saying the other day, I said, why the TV ain't on? You're the only one that wants to watch TV all the time. And I said, no, I need the noise. Y'all don't get it. I need the noise. If I don't have the noise, my mind will create chaos. That's why I need noise. Most of the time, do I be really watching? No. If you see what's on the TV and what I'm watching, you'd be like, oh my God, come on, Pastor. Naked and afraid. You fools out there getting bit up by every bug possible. But I love when they be killing animals and gotta survive for food. I watch the swamp people when they be fighting alligators. Come on here, somebody. Come on here. That's my dream one day. I want to slam one of them alligators. I watch mountain men and stuff like that. If I'm not watching that, I watch dumb stuff like Friends, Martin. Ain't nothing on TV good no more? Mike and Molly. Why? Because I need noise to take my mind. Y'all not hearing me. See, you haven't done enough to protect your thought. Y'all missed that. You haven't done enough. And the devil knows, he knows you don't protect your mind, so he walks in without a fight. You leave the door open to start thinking, what does she mean when she bumped me? What do you mean? Why would you even allow yourself to go back to a bump? No, they do it all the time. I didn't like the way she said that to me. Maybe she was talking to her kid, and in the same moment, you asked the question. So she said it the way she was talking to her kid. Does that hurt you? I'm gonna let that slide. You tell me something like that. I dare you. Tell me something like that. I'm gonna ask God to give me every prophetic word. Where was you last night? At 7:13. Don't come to me with that foolishness. I would use my sword and no, I wouldn't. I would never do that. I would never do that. Okay, let me hurry up. 7:13 last night. You better be careful. 7:13. Ask yourself at 7:13 p.m. What was you doing? Yeah. What was you doing? Yeah. I was asleep, Bishop. What was you dreaming about? I wasn't dreaming, Bishop. Okay. So withdraw, attack, explode, right? Harden hearts. Let me catch it here. Okay, second. So we did approaches subtle and unexpected. 2, the strategy involved conversation and controversy. He said to the woman, did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden? Did God actually say? Why would you question God? The only reason, now I need y'all to hear this. The only reason why why the devil said that to question God is because he had all the information right. I can question God through Eve because God never told Eve anything. What the devil did was make her question Adam's connection to God. And Adam should have explained to Eve, you came out of me and God created us in that day. You was inside me. I was just first. So in order, you should listen. I listen to God. You listen to me. That's the order. See, this is how I know there's never going to be two heads in a church. Man, okay. God only talks to one. All you devils that think that God, you can have 2 or 3 heads in one church. Anything that has more than one head is a monster. And what people want is a monster church so that they can, and people want to be leaders when they never worked to be a leader. Oh, man. You didn't win not one person in here, yet you want to control them. You ain't lay on the floor and pray for not one person for hours and days. Listen, I have the very right to say that I prayed for y'all and never knew y'all. God had me travailing on the floor. Oh, man, sir. God had me travailing on the floor, and I never met y'all. Some of y'all were kids. Some of y'all were in the world. And I said, God, fill the seats with what you want. Fill the seats with what you want. And I would always pray this prayer. Lord, give me power for souls. Not power to walk around, but power for souls. Give me power for souls. Give me power for the souls, And now I'm looking at souls, and I'm still thirsty for more. I need another size of this room to be in this room. Look around. See how many people next to you? This needs to be triple. The momentum, listen to what I'm saying for 25. The momentum, the power, and the authority, and what happens in our service should be 1,500 people worth. Easy. What's the holdup? Is it the message? No. Is it the power in the room? No. Is it the people? Then what do we do about it? First, we change you before God changes you. We change you. I have to change you before God changes you. Because I got up one year and prophesied and said this. I never forget it. I said, look at the person next to you. Look at the person next to you. They won't be here soon. I ain't had enough to say that. But I know what the Holy Ghost said to me. So, see, I'm sold on what the Lord tells me. Let me finish here. Oh, he's changing my language, so let's get ready to be a change. The strategy involves conversation and controversy. Watch conversations, everybody. Because conversations cause controversy. The wrong conversation will cause a conflict in your mind. And you'll start to look at things demonically. I heard someone say one time, well, let me not say that. But, so, especially when we take offering. Now, I need to say this. Y'all were horrible this Christmas season. There's a lot of people who did not do what they were supposed to do, period. Point blank. Point blank, period. And people say, well, Pastor, I pay my tithes. They pay it. Do you think everybody getting up is paying tithes? No. The answer, I can tell you right now with the trustees right here, the answer is no, they don't. But people will think, because they see a lot of people online, that your church raises money. No. When I say no, I'm going to tell you no again 100,000 times. No. And then you listen to people say, well, I give. You are one person out of how many? So one of the things that we have to break is the voice of finance. And I'm not going to be afraid to do it and say it. Because guess what? Let's just be honest. If we pull up your giving record, if we pull up your envelopes, how many envelopes is filled with $5? Yet you just came the last night, you spent $50 on the meal. Or some people don't give McDonald's money. Oh, I ain't got nothing to lie to you about. It's fraud up in here. People acting like, that's fraud when you act like you're giving to God and you don't. Yet my trustees have seen me pull out my pocket I'm supposed to be getting, but I give. I don't say, hey, you give and I don't give. I'm a preacher that gives. And I don't even just give to the church. I give to people. My blessing is your blessing. We in this together. Am I right or wrong? Do I say, hey, keep that because the church needs it? Keep that. The church needs it. It be sent to me. And I'll be like, nah, keep it. Church needs it. I thank God for certain people. I thank God for my trustees, period. Because they always be like, yo, pastor, you can't keep doing this. Pastor, please, you can't. No, I'm going to do it until look at everybody in this room. If everybody in this room didn't hear the demonic voice when it came to finance, all we need to do is survive. I'm not asking y'all, first fruit, give me your whole check. I don't know. It's biblical, but I don't ask. It's biblical. I don't ask. I don't do money that way. I do money the way I feel in my heart. And I hear the demonic voice talking to me. Get them. Get them for what? For what? I'm not going to get them. Pastors look at tithe records. Oh, you think, do they not? They look at tithe records. They say, I don't want nobody cursed doing anything in my church. I don't want. I'm going to start looking at it. Throw it up on the screen. I'm not going to do that. Yeah. Somebody say, listen to God's voice. Stop listening to demonic voices. Be right with God, even financially. Some of you, hear me, you don't live right for nothing. And you know what your vice is. You know what your vice is. So you need to be right with God, at least in giving. Something needs to be, you got to give God something to work with because you left so many doors open. Man, y'all not hearing me. Y'all not hearing me. We had a woman in our church. Kathleen knows, Vaughn knows, right? I don't know if she's alive or not. But remember Marie Owls? Sister Marie Owls. My mom won her out of the, she passed, right? Okay, good, I can talk now. You remember Marie Owls, right? I don't mean good, but I can say something, nobody be offended. She had some issues in her past, but she was steadfast with God. Listen, I need y'all to hear me. She was steadfast with God, and she could sing, right? She was a handful, God bless you, but she was a handful. Oh, she was a handful. But she was steadfast. But her vice, her way of keeping herself was inviting people to church. This woman didn't drive, take buses and all kinds of stuff. She needed the church van because that's how she got around. This woman would invite people to church and people would get saved. And I asked my mother one day, we had another person like that. One of the greatest people to bring, and I can call her name, I know she wouldn't mind, but one of the greatest people to bring people to this church was Jenny Gleason. This lady named Jenny Gleason. She would bring people. Elder Kwame actually married a woman that came because of her. She would bring people, but she had a vice. She had a vice, but she didn't let that stop her. So she kept doing something consistently. She would sit in the back. I had never seen her come to the front. Never. Her mother was a woman of prayer. Mother Gleason, I wish y'all could have met that woman. Mother Gleason was a this pure prayer. Nothing, just think of Pastor Yolanda, 40 years older. Pure prayer, nothing but God all over this woman. That woman was pure. That was her mother. I never seen Jenny come even to the middle. But she put more people in the seats than the people that have been in my mother in 25 years. I got a problem, y'all, that the church, you're boring yourself. You're boring you. That's why you're bored with church. You're boring yourself because you don't even challenge the ministry inside of you. You want to come here and be challenged. What's inside of you should be great, so great that you can't sit still. My greatest ministry is out the doors of this church. You want to see me work? Be with me when I'm on the field. Be with me and watch what happens. I don't let people pass me. The same prophetic anointing that's on me here is greater out there. I say, pull over. What? Pull over. I need to talk to him. Pull over. I need to say something. Reniandoso. I don't know. Pull over. I need to say something to this man. I do it from here to North Carolina. Because I got to stop. This is the way I stop the voices saying you're not God's man. This is how I stop the voices to say you're not God's prophet. This church is going to fail. That's all they said, it was going to fail. It's going to fail. That was from 2010. It's 2024. And I still hear those same voices of failure. Why? The strategy involved conversation and controversy. In Eve's response, she makes the mistake to downplay what God said. Let me hurry up. The conversation leads to doubt and desire. Anytime you doubt what God said or your ministry, the next thing that comes after that doubt is desire. That's why most of you, oh God, when you mess up with doubt, you start doubting, is this all real? I don't know why I'm falling out, doing all this stuff. And then the devil has to replace doubt with a desire. All of a sudden, some of you, now I'm speaking prophetically, at least 7 of y'all are hearing from your exes on a regular. Oh, you're not? Do I need to call you out? No, you're hearing from exes right now. Matter of fact, while you were in here, to my right, you got the text. Okay. Okay. All right. Just you don't need to just type the word no. You probably need to do that. You need to do that. You need to do that right now. Type no. Just type no. Just type no. Just type no. If you tushka them no, pick up your phone and do it now. Just type no. Okay. All right. Listen, y'all laughing, but I'm serious. Type no. Because the next meeting of this person is going to be a physical altercation. All right. The result is collaboration and catastrophe. Let me tell you why. I'm going to close this so you know I'm done. Can I tell you something? I want to blow your mind with this. Satan was never after Eve. First of all, let me tell you why. And God knew this because God is so sovereign. He's sovereign. He was never, because Eve bit the apple, or bit the fruit. Sorry, apple. They're just so used to saying it. Bit the fruit. There's a lot of, I read a lot of stuff about that. Oh, they say it was a quince, or they said it was different types of things, fig, right? They say it was a whole bunch of stuff. We don't know because it's not, we could tell by what Lord, you are the greatest. There's nobody like you, even mentally. Something just came to me. Equal for the sheen. I'm supposed to point to you and say, the gift of the revelation of the word is falling on you like you've never seen. And when I saw you ministering, it's almost like I saw Noel Jones standing over a Bible. And the revelation that God is getting ready to give you is going to be, it's going to make you be in America more. I don't know why I see God preparing an apartment or something. And I just walked in with furniture. Sandakoya. Sanskefetotata. The Landabakoda. Yeah, Masaprovosh. Now I'm hearing a conversation. I hear the conversation. Some conversation happened between y'all. All right, so Keshkabenama Sibrun Stebifinsu. Great. When I say great, I mean, you might as well put your prayer mantle on for like 3 weeks. I see. Hey, thank you. And I don't know who had a dream or vision about FOMA. But it's getting ready to happen. All right. Even like had a vision about next year's the conference. It's going to be what God called it to be. That's right, Jay. Stay right there. Now listen, so I can get out of here. Adam was the target. Eve was the help to the target. The devil talks to Eve, but he never needed Eve to sin. He needed Adam to sin. Because the sin was laid upon Adam. If you do this. God never said nothing about touching. So when she touched the tree and saw that nothing happened, she thought nothing was going to happen to him. She grabs the fruit. This is what led to catastrophe. She gave it to him, but nothing happened to her. And because, see, what the devil didn't know, what God had planned and predestined, was not the fruit on the tree, but the fruit of the womb. Man, I'm going to leave this alone. He never knew that Adam had another seed inside of him that would lead to the seed of Jesus. That would be the seed to righteousness. He never knew, but God knew. So what God did in Eve was let her be fooled. He let her, because he could have came down and said, what are you doing? This is an offense. No, he didn't. He just put an open space in her. Man, y'all not listening to me. He put an open space in her, a capacity to hold another fruit that Satan never saw before. He never saw birth. He only saw creation. That's the reason why we don't create ministries, we birth them. I don't create. Anybody that creates a church, it will be destroyed. We birth ministry. We birth you out. You birth it out. You don't create a baby, you birthed it out of you. The next fooling that we see is now, the next fooling that we don't put together is now that Satan makes a return. But he can't return to nothing. He cannot come in a form. He has to come as himself to Jesus, the second Adam. To make him fooled about his purpose, turn this stone to bread. Turn it. He never came to turn things. He came to turn people. I don't have to turn bread when I can go get it. If I turn this stone to bread, all I'm doing is manifesting myself and not my Father. Has no lack of power. It's not a lack of power. It is a showing of discipline. He's not offended by the devil. Y'all didn't hear me. He can't even be offended by Satan because he knows his birth. He never said, I created you. He knew every element that was in him. He never used none of that. He used only what was written to show us to use only. You know why Adam and Eve got fooled? Well, Adam got fooled because Adam is to show us we're only supposed to take what's written. That's why Jesus said, I came to write the words now. It should be written in your heart. I'm done. I'm going to leave this alone. I can keep on going. I'm going to leave this alone because it's too many voices in Joy City. I'm going to say that again so you can hear me. It's too many voices in Joy City. I'm not talking about you hearing people. I'm talking about too many voices that you're hearing to give you your own opinion of everything. You need to thank God that you're even in a room like this. Preachers want to deal with you and then go play golf.
That's true. Very true.
They don't want to spend their Sunday working with people. I spend Sunday and Thursday, and they have a time limit, 2-hour service, and you out. You spent years in sin, and you want an hour service. How long was you at a bar? How long was you at a social event? You want to spend more time in a movie than church? It's a shame before God that we let people talk to us negatively and say that. And you know, setting up your sin, doing your sin, meeting people. Lord, let me not even go there. Let me not even go there. Let me not even, let me not even go there. Meeting people, setting stuff up, doing stuff. Oh, yeah. Whether you straight or unstraight. It's all the same. Don't get it twisted. Sin is sin. Ain't nothing. Oh, you an abominable. You abominable too. You're a nasty self. Where you going? Some of y'all with your teams. I know about the teams. Team A, Team B. This one, he drives a nice car. Oh yeah, she can cook. Yeah. Y'all think I don't know? I know what y'all be talking about. I don't want to know sometimes. Sometimes my ears are open. I don't want to know. Oh, he was in my DM. Who cares who was in your DMs? So what? Some of y'all need to get rid of a DM for the whole month of January. Let God purify your DM sliding in your inbox. You sliding back. Well, you responding like you're such a victim. Don't show just what was written to you. Show your responses. Devil. Let me leave that alone. Oh, they interested in me. No, they not. Married, unmarried, I don't care who you are. All you money grabbers, all you think about is cash. And even money. I'm getting 7 streams of income. You know you only got one. Stop it. Let the Lord help you create what you need for yourself by not listening to voices. And this is going to be a safeguard for some of you. Run your ideas by a pastor. before you jump into stuff. You get really, and I'm talking about seriously interested in someone, seriously, talk to somebody. Don't talk to people who got L's all through relationship. Stop talking to that. All they got is an L. L's. And some of them mean left. I'm not even going to say nothing, Jay, because they're going to think I'm... You need to be recreated into another person. Oh, okay. Listen. I had to ask God to help me because I was a young man raised by just women. I didn't have a father. I had no father figure to be like, this is how you become a man. No, I had men to beat me up and stuff like that, take me fishing. That's it. That's it. I didn't know how to run a house, take care of bills, and go to school and do. No. I got a daughter. I didn't always do right by my daughter when I was running around trying to make money. No, I ain't gonna lie to you. But I had to talk to someone who survived it and did it. Oh, y'all not talking. Because if I want to be changed, I go to a person who's changed. That's the voice you hear. Y'all be going to friends who tell, if I was you, I wouldn't do that. Well, you ain't me. Break the mold. Voices play, and I'm going to say this and we're going to pray. Voices play on consistency. They watch you consistently fail so they can talk to you about what you do to encourage you to do it wronger. It's not even a word, but... Who wants to change? Every step first is to pray. Every step. I want to pray.